Hey everybody, welcome. Infinity, Everett, Sergio, Craig, David, Francois, Alan, Don, Alan, other Alan. Welcome everybody. Svenborn, good to see you from all the way up north. Sledge, Al, Nikki, glad to see everybody. Thrifty, Mary, wow, lots and lots of people. Maurizio, Rongamer, Peter, Cliff, Valerie, welcome everybody. If you want to chat with me like all these fine folks, click the link over here. Be a subscriber on the channel. Just takes a few seconds. Click the button and should activate the chat. Welcome. Debt's getting inflated. Credit, the credit being extended, getting inflated. My little inflated dude as the thumbnail today. What's inflated though? What is it? Is it consumer credit? Is it business credit? Commercial credit? Is it U.S. government credit? Or debt? However you want to look at it. Whose debt is getting inflated? Well, let's dive in and talk about it, shall we? Shall we? Anybody got a guess? Let me know in the chat. Or leave a if you're watching this later and you're not on the live stream chat, you'll have to leave a comment down below. And if you're new here, let me know too. So, popping over. Oh, there we go. Got to actually hit the button. So right here, check it out. Dun, 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 dun. Americans added a whopping $50 billion to their credit card balances last quarter, bringing credit card debt to an all-time high, $1.13 trillion. So consumers are stretched. And guess what? Uncle Sam just cranked up our national debt for the United States to $34 trillion. It's everything. It's everything. Everybody. Bank debt. It's all getting crazy. Super crazy. So everything's built on a house of cards right now. What's going to be the thing that blows this out? I don't know. I mean, look, right here. This kind of goes right with it. U.S. retail sales plunged in January. Worst year-over-year growth since COVID. That's pretty bad, right? Well, we don't got no money. Don't got any money, honey. I mean, so in January, we're expecting it to decline to just 0.2. And we had a 0.8 month-over-month drop. Ouch. Ouch. So what does that actually look like? Well, popping over here, and we should refresh it real quick so we get the new numbers. Coming down. That retail sales right there. If you want this, it's forexfactory.com. Click the calendar button. And we zoom it up. Buttercup. Right there. Ouch. Expected a -2. Got a -8. 0.8. -0.2. -0.8. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Ouch. Anyway, consumer's not strong. And if you follow Elon Musk, that's why they've got a sale on Model Ys right now. $1,000 off. Come buy it. February's our worst month of sales. So February is not going to be much better either. Probably for retail sales. And be careful out there. Looking a little crazy. Yeah, debt is the money of slaves. That's true. Gold is the money of kings, and debt is the money of slaves. So essentially, the U.S. government is full of slaves, I guess, or U.S. people. We're just all slaves. This is interesting too, right here. If you look at this, where we're spending our money. Auto, down. Furniture. December was up. January, way down. Electronics, way down. Building materials, way down. That's not going to be good for Home Depot, Lowe's. Especially if this continues. I mean, and that's the 23 numbers. And this is January advanced from, these are the year-over-year numbers. So that's just from December numbers. But from, so we're up from December on furniture, down from a year ago. So these are the biggest year-over-year declines we've seen. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think John Deere was on the biggest loser list this morning too. So be careful out there. Look at gas stations. Ouch. Down from December. I mean, December was arguably a big travel month, so. Health and personal care stores, though, up 5 year over year. It's interesting. Food was up, though. Got to spend more money on food. So overall, consumer retail sales were down. And the futures are up on all this data because, I don't know. I guess this supports rate cuts because things are getting bad. But like I said, be careful out there. Rate cuts are not a bullish thing. Not a bullish thing. This is back to the, for years, the market, bad economic data was positive for the stock market because that meant the money was going to keep flowing from the government. And that's what we're seeing right now is like bad numbers kind of exasperate these things. So. Dun, 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 dun. Adjusted crudely for inflation, this was a huge drop in retail. Like if you adjust the retail sales for inflation, ooh, man, we're actually at negative 2.4. That looks like a recession to me, baby. I don't know about you. Wow, but Bionomics, right? It's all good. It's no problems. So anyway. Welcome to the party. Wow, I don't even know what to say about all that. The numbers don't matter, I guess. It's like, whose line is it anyway? The numbers don't matter. The points, I mean, it's all made up. Anyway, moving on. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance, not necessarily indicative of future results. Just because I got it right in the past doesn't mean I'll ever get anything right again. Although I tend to get them right more than get them wrong. I mean, Bitcoin hitting the target, SMCI getting close to that ridiculous target. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, and entertaining. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell anything from anybody. Like, don't buy stuff from gurus like me. Don't buy stuff if you don't trust them. All right. Don't trade. Don't buy stocks. Don't buy options. Don't buy futures. Don't buy Forex. Don't buy cryptos. Don't buy bonds. Don't long them, don't short them, don't trade them. Don't buy treasuries. That stuff is dangerous, all right? Like, there is substantial risk of loss when you trade this stuff. All right, that's back to the top. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. And buying stuff from gurus, like most people out there are just trying to figure out how to make some of your money into some of their money. So if you desire personal financial advice, you got to hire and consult a financial advisor, but you need to make sure you trust them too. Because again, they're just out there trying to make some of your money, their money. Nobody's going to watch out for your money like you do. I promise you. I promise. Nobody's watching out for you but you. Even if you pay somebody to do it, they're just looking out for number one first. Like their first priority is themselves. So, all right. Moving on. S&P 500 yesterday. Just getting the chop. So far, that's an echo type move. We echoed down. And if history repeats, we're busting on out. Be careful out there. Now, the micro time frames. The micro time frames, though, look a little bit more iffy, we might say. That's weird. Jump back. We're in that zone that I talked about yesterday. We came down darn close to that zone. Really dang close. Didn't quite make it all the way down there. And then bounced. And came right up into the box. So that was everything I expected to do on the upside. Now, there's what I expected to happen after we got into that box. So we'll see if this happens. Now, that's just what that is right there. If you weren't here yesterday. Dun, 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 dun. It's basically an echo of that move. You actually project it off the high, whatever the high is. So we've gone up just a little bit more. Puts us right down in this area, right down in here. Could go a little lower, possibly. Could go on down. Let's see what happens. Yeah, if we're gonna push on, we could push all the way down here. And then if it's going to be like start a bigger downtrend, we're going to come all the way down here, bounce up probably, and then get another move down. And that could take us on down in the 4,600 area. Go way on down there. Way on down there. So be careful is what I got to say. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Right now, this looks like one wave down. This looks like a 3-wave corrective, but maybe not. Maybe it's more impulsive. I don't know. Can go both ways at this point. Nothing's clear. This is being very unclear at this point. But we are right back in the box that I thought we would go to. So watch out for a breakdown below probably 5,000. If we get below 5,000, we're probably going on down. That move probably somewhere down here around 4,900. So we're going to lose another 100 points pretty quickly, more than likely. Pretty quickly. NQ, kind of the same situation, different numbers. And if you're like, JT, what the fudge is ES? Like, what are you even talking about? That's just S&P 500, SPX, SPY. You know, you just knock a number off for SPY, XSP, you know, whatever it is that's your favorite. The market's just about to open. Get an alert. And NQ right here. We're up in that box. Dun, 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 dun. Watch out. If we get below, it's probably going to be about 17. I'm going to go 17,800 on this one. If we get below 17,800, we're probably on the way down. Let's set my alert over here. Below 5,000. The number's probably actually 505, 5,005. I'm going to go 5,000. Coin, pop it up, hit my alert. There's my entry potential. I'll look at it here in a minute. I think it was on the list. Yeah, right there. And Russell. So NQ, you're like, JT, what the heck is NQ? That's QQQ right there. Oh, Yum Browns. We got to look at that one. That was not on the list. Hey. Lucky. Man, that one may be on the way up to 150. Send me another alert up here. Try to remember to go back and look at that one. Let's go look at coin real quick while we're at it. Yep, that's the entry. Possibly going to 250 on the next move. Didn't quite go as deep as I thought it might. Back to Russell. This is IWM. Small caps. Talk about some volatile stuff right here. Look at this. Look at this. Retracing. Pretty deep retrace, but if we break back down below, let's say 2015-ish, 2014-ish, probably coming on down here. Maybe even on down here. Need a lower low than what we had right back here in January to clean Russell up. Cleaned up, Buttercup. This has been very overlapping and gnarly, is what I would say at this point. If you're going to short this, I would go out well into March, maybe even April. Yeah, that was blowing out the potential setup I was thinking. Oil, turn it back down a little bit. Lower high. Back below the roadmap line. If we get back below, I'm going to move this alert up right here. If we get back below that, we're probably coming on down here. Right, that'll be we went a little higher. It's just going to keep chopping at this point. It's what it looks like. Dun, 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 dun. Drop down, retrace up. That'll put us right back down in this zone right there. There's the target for now. That's if we break back below probably 75. Probably come down to 71 again and find the bottom. Now, if we break out above this high, 79, 40-ish, coming up here. This target's probably much bigger at this point. Somewhere in this zone between 80, I'll say almost 84 and 87. If we get up to 92, this thing's going over 100 probably after a pullback. That's what we got right now. Gold, interesting. Came right down just shy of the roadmap line. We still need, this thing's still corrective until we get a touch below this low from right back here in December. Like that December 12th low right there, after we made that crazy spike high to an all-time high, and then we dropped the heck right back out. And the following few days, we need a low right below that to clean this thing up and get us where we can go higher. Now we could push on down lower. That would be most ideal, but we don't have to. We could just make a poke down in here, make a lower low, and then go ripping off. Bitcoin, look at that, right up to the top of the somebody. I'm not saying that I get stuff right all the time, but there it is. Right there. I put an arrow right there. Tagging that 1272. Now, expectations. Maybe the channel doesn't matter, all right? So here's 4 potential paths forward at this point. Path number 1. We just rip to the 1618. We don't even have to stop there. We can just keep ripping. I mean, we can rip on to an all-time high. We could rip all the way up here. All right. Doesn't have to stop ripping. It can keep ripping. Eventually, it's going to stop ripping, but we can keep on ripping for now. SMCI and NVIDIA are proof of that. Now, that's path number 1, 1618. That would be 57, like 57.5, basically. Path number 2 would be sideways a little bit, consolidate right at this 1272, then pop the 1618. And Bitcoin likes to do that, all right? And this consolidation before we pop higher. So we tend to get a lot of consolidation before we run to the next level. Consolidation, consolidation, pop. Consolidation, consolidation, pop. So Bitcoin tends to like to do that, right? So watch for, we may chop in here before we pop. Now it could, scenario 1, we just pop. It's only like 35% likely, but it can happen, all right? Scenario number 3 is a retrace back to this zone, which will look like chop at this point with the speed this has happened. And then a pop up to the 1618. And scenario number 4, if we don't hold on a retrace, we'll probably come back to the bottom of the box, or bottom of the channel, back down in here. And it may be over here. All right. That's the situation on Bitcoin. Ethereum, man, going full at it here. Coming up into the resistance zone. I'm moving alerts. That's always awesome. Love it when I'm just having. Can't move an alert when I try, but I can move them when I'm not trying. And 3,000 probably that next resistance up there. Top of the box, all the way up here at 35. Maybe where we're heading. We're finally back above that 618 level of that whole drop from November 21 down to June of 22. We're finally back above that 618. If we can get some confirmation, stay up here, we may be setting the stage to go to 75. 7,500. What happened in the bearish case? Well, we're busting through the bearish case at this point. Starting to push above. Got to get above these highs. That's kind of sloppy. We've got to break through that trend line, and that may come right up here around 35. That high, that high. Got to get above. Not just bounce back down and consolidate for a while. So 75, possibly 13,000. It's one reason why I didn't liquidate my Bitcoin. We didn't get below the roadmap line. We didn't set up the downside yet. So I'll go ahead and take this off for now. We could still reverse. That resistance zone does come all the way up here to 35. So be careful chasing Ethereum right now. But this is kind of behind Bitcoin. If you look at where Bitcoin is versus, you know, we're up in here. We're above that 786. You know, Bitcoin's basically set the stage to go to 106, 106,000 on the bigger picture. I'm like, JT, what are you talking about? Look right here. 2-point fib tool, that high, that low. It's like a monthly chart, I think it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't even have enough months to draw a roadmap line. Sets it up right here. And probably need the log scale. $82, 100, 135, 153. We can go crazy high. We're basically setting this baby up. And I don't even have these snapped on there properly. So maybe like, no way. No way Bitcoin does that. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. So a little bit different on this actual spot chart. This is Bitstamp. Let's see, BTC, USD. All-time history. It looks a little different because there's different brokers every, like, different price history. Different, like, if you didn't know, there's no unified price history. Like, there's no official price history for Bitcoin. It's different at every single broker. So, alrighty. Dollar. Zoom her up, Buttercup. Rejecting back down. Off of that 618. If we can get back below this consolidation, target is down here in the mid 90s on the dollar. Maybe like, how do you play that, JT? You can play it with UUP. It's an index ETF. Whew, got some wicked stuff going on there with the dividends. May have to adjust that so it looks better. There you go. About to break out and go. Or turn down and go. And you could play it like the yen. Or you could play it with like the euro. Or play it with the British pound. So lots of different ways you can play the dollar. UUP is basically the Invesco's dollar index right there. MSTR hitting the target. Sometimes I get lucky. There's the 1272. 1272 right there. Coming into it right at 800. 800 was the number. 900 is the extension, and my fib lines are very sloppy for whatever reason. Instead of being right on the money. 800, 900. Dun, 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 dun. 800, 900, and possibly 1100 on the upside. Maybe like, no way, no way. Well, look right here. Look right there. That one, we hit the 2.272 right there. We hit it. So if we did the same, yeah, we actually hit that 2618 right there. 727. We did that same move off of this pullback. Talking about 1200 maybe. I'm probably going to step off at 900. I think that's where my order is right now. So, there you go. Alrighty. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. And that was the first one on the list. So, MSTR. Rocking it. Protect your profits if you got them. If you got in with me down here at 500, that is a healthy gain. Maybe you want to move your stop up here, 700. You want to risk 100. Maybe booking now is the smart thing to do. I can't tell you what's right for you. The only one that can tell you what's right for you is you. All right. Nobody watches out for you like you. And if you're like, I need financial advice, hey, you need to learn what's right for you. All right. Nobody knows your financial situation and what makes you feel comfortable with profit better than you. And no FOMO. Like if we go to 1100, don't get back in and chase it with your profit. If you book it here, be happy with that profit and just wait for the next one of these pullbacks. This is like the third one in a row right here. Look, we did it once, did it twice. This third time in the row. We may not do it again for a while, but I'm just saying. Talk about another ridiculous thing going on here. Another bubbly, inflated piece of garbage. This thing looks like it's trucking on up here to 1100. Right now, let's look at the options pre-market. They have a move priced in the market to go back to 220. We're talking right down here. Options are already priced to go back to 220 out to January 2026, which is way on out here. Way on out there. So sometime between now and 2026 out here, SMCI likely to come back to 220. Could it go higher first? Yeah, you betcha. You betcha. I was saying try to pick up some put options at 800. Right now, those are going to run you like 20 grand an option. You want to see some expensive options, go look at SMCI out to 2026. Triple digits for a single contract. Triple digits. Wicked stuff. Anyway, that's the upside target. Coming back down here is what I expect to happen. AVGO. Probably going to come back at some point in time. EPAM. Bouncing off the roadmap line. That's a trade right there. 319, possibly 332 on the upside. Beautiful dreamer. And I would expect that one to. That's a live trade entry firing off. Might run to 320. Beautiful. Shake Shack. Wow. Earnings pop. Beating on the top. Expected basically flat. No making no money. They beat with a 2-cent profit per share. I mean, EPS can be baked. Like let's be certain. So I mean, let's be clear on that. And revenue even came in strong. Not too shabby for Shake Shack. Don't have any of those around here. DWC. There's another one that's being stupid. It's probably going to come back. You can say Trump whatever you want, but it's going to come back more than likely. And it could push on out just a little bit, but probably sooner or later, even if it's from up here, we're coming back down here. More than likely. We've done it, like that one's done it multiple times already. And It did it. I mean, did it way back over here, came back, pop here, came back, pop here, came back. Another crazy pop, probably coming back. So I wouldn't expect anything different out of that one. App. Nice pop. Nice pop. And looks like getting into extensions, getting into resistance, potential. Watch for another pullback there. That was a nice consolidation, though. Could push it on through, but we've got lots of these sell zones, supply zones stacked up over here. CRWD, probably going to 350. Coin. Dun, 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 dun. That's potential entry. I don't know if I'll take it or not. I'm gonna have to go back and soul search on that one. 250 is where I've been expecting it to go for like more than a year, probably since back over here. I don't remember how long I've been saying it. Somebody in the chat can probably remind me. Sledge, Indy, maybe. I don't know. Somebody's been here a long time. You've heard me talk about this 250 zone for more than a year, probably. PEGA, another ridiculous pop that's going to be at targets. And could go on up to 71. Frog, F-R-O-G, Frog Limited. J-Frog, that's going to be up at extensions, probably. Not much, there's just not much to do when they go exponential. You just got to wait for the pullback. You got to be hunting these back here when they break above here and getting into it. And I would have been out with profit. And for me, I don't like to chase the exponential stuff that much. So IDCC. Probably heading up to 114, 117. JXJT looks like a hot dumpster fire of a chart. Reverse splits are not bullish. And why would this all of a sudden go from $1 up to $8? It's probably coming right back down. We've done it before. I always say helpful things, says Kimberly. Kimberly, my lovely wife, the boss. The boss. Crocs. Somebody on this chat loves to wear Crocs. We got the gap fill right into the 618 resistance. That's a sloppy chart right there. Could it break out and go? Yeah, the upside targets would be 172, 198, but we're gonna have to get above that right there before I would feel good on it. I knew you'd raise your hand, wronger. EMPH, look at that. Are we gonna go up? 76, 199. LABU. Somebody that hasn't seen my shoes in person, if you can guess what kind of shoes that I like, if I've met you in person, it doesn't count. If you can guess what kind of shoes I'm wearing right now, it's not any name brand. I might have something special for you. Nope, not Vans. It's probably a brand you've never heard of for most people. Not Crocs. Birth control shoe. Oh, wronger, I think Sledge is slamming on you. Never even met you. That, I would be careful. Going lower. Not Hush Puppies. Not Keens, not Red Wings. You saw my shoes at REI, babe? That's crazy. Apparently they have them in REI. They're not Vans. They're not shoes from Walmart either. That's funny. Walmart shoes. No, they're not Walmart shoes. Man, that looks like trouble right there. That looks like trouble. They're not Clarks. Nope. Not Clarks. They're not Sass. They're not Keds. They're not Timberlands. They're not Larks. They're not hiking boots either. Nope, not Bass. And y'all aren't gonna. They're not Cat. They're no pop. Like they're no brand that you've ever probably ever heard of, unless you're into obscure shoes. Not Merrell's. Merrell's like one of the biggest brands out there, John. Children's Place. Nice pop on earning or pre-earnings, I guess. Not Hoka. Not flip flops. Not this time of year. In fact, these are wool. I mean, Mary, you even saw me in. I don't know if you knew what kind of shoes I was wearing. They're not Hey Dudes either. I gave my dad my pair of Hey Dudes. I didn't like them. They're not shoes from Costco. I bought these on the company's website. These were ordered special from the company's website. They're not Allbirds. They're not Limbs. This is a fun game. Wrongover probably knows, and I know Kimberly knows because she's seen them. And oh goodness, yeah. And the Beth Wrongover's talking about is his wife, his lady friend Beth, not Beth from Discord. Just making that clear. General Rush, you saw my shoes too. I had them on during the in person. They weren't cheap. Definitely not cheap. I'll tell you that. For what they are not cheap. They look cheap, but they're not cheap. You can ask Kimberly. I had a lot of heartburn buying these because, but then I had to buy multiple pairs because they're so freaking awesome. Hey, all right, everybody, give up. You give up. Yeah, Children's Place, nice pop, but that's still a dumpster fire at this point. Gotta be below. This is a fun game. Maybe I'll leave y'all guessing till tomorrow. Come back. I'll tell you tomorrow morning. Make sure you come back to the stream. I'll tell you tomorrow morning what kind of shoes it are. Wrongover knows, but and Kimberly knows. So anybody that knows and knows me in person, you don't get to win. But I may give something away for this. If you can guess, they're not on-ons. Nope. Nope, not born. You can guess in the off-topic channel after I wrap this up. Oh man, look how nasty that is. Whew. SEDG. Roadmap line is the resistance on the upside. I'll keep an eye out for it in the chat. Y'all can keep guessing. I don't think anybody's gonna guess it. I think they're probably a Kickstarter shoe. They're not Uggs. They're the ones I got on have a wool upper and but I have multiple pairs. Arm holdings. That's probably gonna come back down. I keep saying it because it's true. That one's having trouble too. Like that's the first sign right there. We could pop up to 145. We come back on down. Let's see. Allbirds, nope. Arcs, nope. Tevas, nope. Teva's a national brand. Come on. It's not anything made by who? Wolverine. Wolverine owns Merrell and like 9 gazillion other brands. And it's not anything made by Famous Footwear or what was the company my brother worked for? can't remember. They had like 60 brands out of Nashville. It's not any of those. It's a small company that they run themselves, and apparently they have them at REI now. But it's not Allbirds. Not they are the ones I have on are a mock, but they make the company makes tennis shoes and sandals and hiking boots and they're all different. You know, they're not Merrell's and they're not Hoka's. They're not. I mean, I'll tell you tomorrow. Everybody can keep guessing. The other pair I have a pair of running shoes. I have a pair of. I bought the whole set. I bought a pair of sandals. I bought a pair of running shoes. I bought 2 pairs of mocks. One was a wool upper, and one's just a regular. I guess they call it vegan leather or animal friendly leather. I don't know, whatever. I wasn't fond of that, but they're comfortable as heck. They're not Uklai. TER. Looks like a sideways choppy hot mess. RXRX. Whew. Gnarly chart. And that's biotech, biopharma, medtech, Okta. Chopping in the box. That one might break out eventually, but right now, not looking too good. DPST. This is leveraged and banks and may go lower. 49 on the downside. We hit that. Look at that. Just got lucky again. Louboutin. Yeah. Kimberly wants me to wear Louboutins, but anyway. It's kind of funny. Y'all saw these in person and nobody even thought like to look at my shoes. Some people look at shoes. I guess Ronger, when he saw them, he thought they were house slippers. The ones I have on. They're not. That is an interesting chart. It's probably going to break out and go. I'll have to think of something to give out when for tomorrow. I'll give somebody a prize if they guess it. Don't see it yet. Nobody's got it yet. BKCH. Yeah, right there. Blockchain ETF. Looks like we're heading up to 62. Probably right up in here. And TSM. Looks like we're going to come back at some point here after we get done being ridiculous. The ridiculous continues. Remove the drawings. TSM takes 3 tablespoons of sand, worth about $1. Makes that into a GPU, sells it to NVIDIA for like $300. NVIDIA takes that chip, flips it around, sells it for like 12 grand to Google and Meta. Look at that ridiculousness. Stopping right at the resistance so far. 750 was my upside target limit. Then I expect this to come down. Now, look at this. My roadmap line there. You can use the 200-day moving average if you want to for the same exercise. Look at this roadmap line right here. Look how high this baby is right there. We are 50 some odd percent, and I don't even have it on a long scale. Probably even crazier. 50 some odd percent above the roadmap line. Right? On a company that went from they're just okay to one of the top 3 companies in the world now or something like that. I think they're in the top 3, maybe top 4. Now, you know what other company did this before? Check this out. We're going to have to fly back to a land far, far away in a time known as the dot-com bubble, where Cisco was briefly the most valuable company in the world. They did a stock split right there. That was like capped off their wealth. Look right here. See the roadmap line? Look at this. I'm sloppy. Like 50 some odds percent. I probably clicked into the roadmap line a little bit. Right around 55%. NVIDIA's got earnings next week. So look at that. This company did the same ridiculous move. This was way before it split. So these are all split adjusted. Then what happened? Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. The .com, like everything had to be networked. You know, the internet was it runs on Cisco, right? Dun, 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 dun. What goes up is probably coming back down. Just telling you. Seen this play out before. I was part of this one. I remember very clearly this. I was like, I've seen, like, as NVIDIA climbs, I'm like, I've seen this before. And it's not just on the NVIDIA chart. It's on the Cisco chart. I mean, look at this. It's hype train. Be freaking careful. I'm telling you. People like, well, it's not going away. Well, the internet didn't go away either. All right. AI is not going away. Well, NVIDIA doesn't have to maintain this kind of level. You know, their earnings coming up right here, February 21st. Right now, they're priced at a ridiculous 40x price to sales. I mean, earnings are, you can bake earnings anyway. You can't fake sales, and they're 40x sales. Historically, they sit at less than 20 on a price to sales basis. They're not hookahs, they're not Gerlips, they're not Allbird. Dun, 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 dun. And so people that were here don't even know what brand they were. That's funny. That's funny to me. Anyway, it's an obscure brand. At least I think it's obscure. It has, you know, Kimberly says it's at RAI. So anyway, be careful on NVIDIA. And SMCI is even crazier when we look at that one. If you want to play this game, look at price to sales is actually up to 5. Historically, they're like PC price to sales 0.4, 0.5. In 2023, they were up to 1.96, but now they're at 5. I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it kind of is for the PC industry. Like if we look at something like Dell, we'll come back to SMCI in just a second. If we look at something like Dell, 0.6. HPQ 0.5. Now, selling PCs is typically gets you a price to sales about 0.5. So in general, you have large cost of goods sold because the junk you sell costs a lot of money and you don't make a lot. See, giant COGS on SMCI. Now look at this. Watch this. This is stupid right here. Yesterday it was 150 something. Today, I can't even get it. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, snapping around. Look at that. 178% above the roadmap line. You think this is going to end well? Not me. They're not North Face. I don't think this brand's been around but for like 3 or 4 years, maybe. It's a relatively new brand. They do make hiking boots. They make trail running shoes. They make running shoes. They make, I call them tennis shoes, but they're running shoes that I have. They make sandals. Well, anyway, moving on. WST, ouch. That's why I don't mess with biotech, medtech. Didn't even get an extension and just slam right back down to the bottom. DE, getting slammed. That one looks like it's actually going to go lower. Be careful. I would expect that to come on down here at this point. ALNY. Made a lower low. Biotech, medtech. Biopharma. There. Twilio. They're not Clarks. They're not Danners. They're not Forsake. They're not Sorrel. Not Luso. Not North Face. And Twilio looks like it's going to break down. It looks like a fake out. If we hold it, if we can hold this box and go positive. Actually, I'm going to set an alert right here. If we go above 67, we're probably going up here. 111, back up above 100. If we break down, we may be on the way down here. Twilio. They're not Chaco. Chaco just recently started. Chaco's an older brand. Like, I used to have Chacos. Chaco's been around for a while. I didn't like the way Chacos felt on my feet. That's just sideways choppy. Nope, nope, nope. Nobody's got it. Kimberly wears Chacos. Y'all are probably Googling in the side, like, let's see what kind of weird shoes I can come up with. They're not Merrell's. Merrell's have been guessed. AGYS. I guarantee, like, Merrell's are made by Wolverine. I think it is. Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah. Wolverine Worldwide. This company makes Merrell's. I used to love Kush. Wolverine bought out Kush and then discontinued them. Freaking made me so upset. Like, so it's not going to be any of these brands. None of these. These are all, like Chaco. Look at that. Wolverine owns Chaco. Harley Davidson, Hush Puppy. These are all, if you didn't know, Wolverine owns like 9 godzillion footwear brands. They bought Kush just so they could discontinue them. They didn't like the competition, so they bought it and discontinued it. It was eaten into Merrell and one of the other brands. So anyway, none of these brands. Not Brooks. I bought a pair of Brooks and I was like, eh. Then I gave them to my son. Not Lands End. They're not even, like, it's a new brand. I'm telling you, it's only been around maybe 5 years. Probably less than that. Probably 3 years. Anyway, none of these Wolverine brands. Ah, Zoo got it. Zoo got it. Somebody got it. There's zeros. Got a winner. Zoo, are you a customer? Are you in Discord? If not, hit my email on my contact page. If you're in Discord, just hit me up. Let me know you're the winner in like off topic. And these are the shoes I wear. Dun, 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 dun. They got all sorts of. Anyway, I love these shoes. Fastly, choppy sideways. That was a fun game. That one looks like ALB Amble Marble. Little volatility. Oh my gosh, look how much money they lost. Holy beep. You kidding me right now? What did they do to lose that much money? Took a write down or something? God, look at the debt. $4 billion. It's probably coming on down. Yeah, Zoob, let me know in Discord that you were the winner, and we'll hook you up with something. I'll have to look at what you got. I may give you a free membership to something or other. We'll see. That was a fun game. Another big drop. HCC. Is that the right one? No. That was the wrong one. Oh, man, look at that. Been rocking. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 What's happening? Uh-oh. Going down in a blaze of glory. Interesting. NQ breaking down, but not ES hadn't done it yet. All right. I was on HCC, wherever the heck that was. MANU. Choppy sideways. Watch out for the breakdown. BPF. Yeah, Zub, you're like everybody's fan. Everybody's your fan today. Congratulations. That looks like, oh man. What a pattern right there. That looks like it's gonna go down more. Probably come back to the roadmap line, then we'll see what happens. Could break out, but probably not. Google, highly likely to come down here. BMR. That's coming back down. HLF. Oh. God, these guys are still in business. I'm surprised. What the heck was that? Did y'all see that just fly through? I think it was a ladybug. Just flew right in front of my face and right out. Wow. I'm surprised these guys are still in business. I thought didn't they file for bankruptcy a few years back? Maybe it's long a while back. I don't know. I'm surprised these guys still even exist. All right. Bias for the day. Highly cautious. This is my bias. And it looks like we need to be aware that we may get a large pullback. That's interesting. Yeah, you kind of expect this. Right there. So watch out below. That's what I got to say. Watch out, watch out. All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Zoob was the winner. And if you want to see these crazy shoes, let me pull one off. This is the ones I got. See, it says 0 right in. Turn it that way. It says 0 right in there. 0 shoes. Anyway. I got the ones with the wool upper on right now. Because I'm freaking cold. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. I'll be in Discord. And I guess we have Echo Trades at 1. For those that are in Echo Trades and VIP members, we have a sales presentation for crypto power plays coming up at 2. And I'll throw links in Discord. If you're not in Discord, Links down below. It's like $5 to get in there and come join all my friends. So make sure if anything I said you liked, if you had fun in the game, and I'll see you guys.